welcome everybody to this video. As I always do at the beginning of these videos, if you like the video, hit the like button. If you want to comment, ask any questions, then please do. If you want to share the video, do that. And last but not least, please subscribe so that you get more great content coming your way. So with that being said, let's get on with the actual learning. Hi and welcome to this video on the BGP next hop self command and why we require it. So let's give you a quick scenario. We're going to draw two ASs here. So we've got AS 100, that is a 1, although it could be a 2, doesn't really matter. AS 300, okay, and we have an eBGP router here, eBGP, and an eBGP router here, but we also have an iBGP router, so this would be iBGP. Now, let's put router 1 here, router 2, router 3. So router 2 on this interface receives routes from within this AS from router 1. It then forwards everything to router 3. Now the problem is the routes that router 3 receives will have the original next hop of router 1. Now the chances are that router 3 does not know how to get to router 1. So it does not know how to return traffic to the networks that have been advertised from within this AS. This is where the next hop self command comes in, and on router 2 we place in there the next hop self so that it advertises or replaces the next hop on those advertised routes with itself rather than the original router 1 next hop. Now when router 3 receives those routes here, the next hop will be of router 2, and router 2 knows how to get to router 1. So now router 3 knows how to get back to all the advertised networks from AS 100. And I hope that explains a little bit better why we need the next hop self command. So here we are at the live demonstration. As per the diagram, the topology diagram that we showed earlier in this video, we have here AS 100 router 1. We have AS 300 router 2, as we can see here. And we have AS 300 router 3. So this is the one on the right hand side, which is internal. This is the eBGP and internal router for AS 300. And this is the edge or eBGP internal for AS 100. As you can see on this particular one, to replicate an internal AS 100 network, I have configured the loopback interface to have this address, or 100, 100, 100, 100, and a /32. We also have here the BGP group, which is to router 2, and it's showing its external BGP, and we have the policy, which is advertising out the local and direct routes. To show what routes we are advertising, we can of course complete the show route advertising protocol BGP, and the neighbor is 192.168.100.2, and that will show what we're advertising. So we know we are advertising this network, okay, with the next hop as itself, and we don't have to put that because it is local. If we go on to a router 2, we will note that here we have our connection to router 1 and our connection to router 3. We also have here our BGP groups, which is the external to router 1 and the internal to router 3, and we have our policy that injects our
routes into router, or the link, the group to router 3. As we can see here, we're exporting it into that particular group. If we go on to router 3, we see that we have the group, we have the neighbor, and we have the connection to that neighbor. Now, if we were to go here and do a show route, you'll notice that we do not have in this routing table the 100, 100, 100, 100, even though it's being advertised, because we're advertising BGP. Now, the reason it won't see it is because of this. Show route. Let's see what we're advertising. So we do the advertising protocol BGP to 192.168.200.2. And we have a look, and do you remember we said the next hop would be the one that was advertising, which is AS100, and there we go. So it's trying to send this over to our router 3 with the next hop as router 1. So if we go back to router 1, here we are on router 1. Okay, let's have a look at that address. There it is there, look. So we know that it's trying to say to router 3, use router 1, but router 3 doesn't know how to get to router 1, but it does know how to get to router 2. So this is what we do, is we use this policy option. So let's go into edit mode. Okay, and we're going to we'll just copy this actually. So we'll do set all the way to there, term 1. Okay. And then let's have a look at what we've got. Okay. Well, we know that what we want is then. And if we have a look down here, we will see next hop. And this is what we want to put in there. Sorry, it's a little bit slow because the system's struggling a bit here. I've got so much running. Then next hop. Oh, sorry. Next hop. And in here, we just need to put, as you'll notice, self. Okay, so let's put self in there. Okay, and then we're going to commit this. Now we're going to have a look at run, show, route, advertising, protocol, BGP 192.168.200.2. Okay, so before you'll note that we had the next hop as this, which was router 1. Now we have the next hop as itself. In other words, this router 2. So now let's go to router 3 and see what we have in there now. So if we do a show route, now it knows how to get there. So the route will appear in the routing table. And that's why we need to use the next hop self command. Now let's go back and do a quick summarization.
Brief summary of it. Router 1 will advertise to router 2 AS100 networks that will have router 1's IP address as the next hop. Router 3, when it receives those networks, will not know how to get to router 1. So to get there, it needs to go via router 2. So on router 2, we put in there next hop self to tell router 3 that actually the next hop to get to those networks is through router 2. That's it, summarised. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe, and it'll be great to see you in future videos. Thank you. Bye-bye.